marks 15 years since little Alexis Patterson went missing near 49th and Garfield.
The 7-year-old Patterson would now be 22 years old. She was last seen walking from her home to High Mount School this morning, as he has done for years. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark laid a wreath outside the school in memory of little Alexis. However, her mother is confident she is still alive.
I've always felt spiritually connected with her. Again, I know she's coming home. I don't have a doubt in my mind.
The sheriff's office still offering a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to Patterson's return.
Well, 15 years after Alexis Patterson disappeared, two figures remain at the center of the mystery.
WTMJ Radio's John McCure has been investigating this, and he joins us with more. John.
Boy, Charles Shannon, those two men are Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark and Alexis Patterson's stepdad, Laron Bourgeois. I spoke exclusively with both of them recently. It was on that May day in 2002. Laron Bourgeois says he walked Alexis to her Milwaukee elementary school. Sheriff Clark doesn't believe Bourgeois.
Based on what you know, Sheriff, do you believe Laron Bourgeois, the boyfriend, may have been involved in what happened to Alexis Patterson?
Sure. She wasn't dropped off at school. She was never at school. I don't care what the boyfriend's saying. She was never at school.
Now, there were reports that indicated that children at the school told administrators and investigators later they saw the girl on the playground before and after school, but never in the building that day. In a jailhouse interview, Bourgeois tells me the sheriff has no proof and is wrong.
Sheriff Clark need to go somewhere and get a life, man. You know what I mean? Really. I don't respect that man. I dislike him. You know what I mean? I really do. Tell him to put himself in my shoes.
Now, Laron has repeatedly told me he's innocent. He's in prison on an unrelated charge, and he's never been charged with anything related to Alexis's disappearance. And Charles Shannon, there is still that unclaimed $10,000 reward that you mentioned earlier.
John, a couple big interviews there. Let me ask you this. Is Laron considered a suspect?
And how cold do police and investigators say this case really is today?
Good questions. You know, initially, Laron was considered a suspect, and police say that he was at the time, and nothing has changed. The case, well, it's pretty chilly, but Milwaukee police say they do continue to pursue leads, they continue to investigate, and they're hopeful.
And as I mentioned, two big interviews by you. We're going to have a link to the entire interview.
Everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. My name is Shanier, and this is Talking Crime. Today, I have a sad story, you guys, and this story happened years ago, back in like 2002. It was a young lady that became missing. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Most of this video, I'm going to be basically talking about a beautiful young lady that people spoke highly of. Her name was Alexis Patterson. Alexis was 7 years old, and Alexis was in the 2nd grade. You guys, this story is so bad. It got so many pieces to it. I mean, it got a father, a mother, a stepfather, and it just goes in circles. Today's story is brought up because this story has been brought back up in the news and social media all over the world. Someone claiming to be this missing young lady. Now, a lot of these videos is so sad, and I just can't understand why someone will go around claiming they are her if they are really not. It's so many pieces and layers to this story that I am so shocked, you guys. Let's get into the story of Alexis Patterson, known as Lexi, and also aka Pie. So you guys, Alexis Patterson wound up going to school May 3rd, 2002. Her stepfather supposedly walked her to school and watched her go into the courtyard with all the other children in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She was age 7 years old, but come to find out, she didn't even go to school. And at the school, her mother went to the school to look for her, and she never showed up at all in school. This grew alarm alert, and people were panicking. Now, Alexis was born April 4th, 1995, to her mother and her father. Her father had been in and out of jail, and her stepfather was in and out of jail also. Alexis' mother said that Alexis was a sweet young lady. She was well mannered and she did what she was told. Now, Alexis had never missed a day of school, so this was like kind of weird that the school didn't notify Ayanna Patterson that her daughter, Alexis Patterson, didn't appear in school. Also, her dad was not a suspect because he was locked up at the time. Lexi, also known as Pi, was a beautiful, bright young lady. You guys, it's so many pieces to this story that is really sad. Unfortunately, they still, till this day, have not found Alexis. And it's a girl coming forward stating that she's Alexis, but her family says that she's kind of like mentally ill. We don't know the truth, but what we do know is that her stepfather, Leron, had died in 2003 of a drug overdose, and her father was in and out of jail. He was also charged with abuse of a 8-month-old. Now, he's still not a suspect, but I'm just making you aware of these things. You guys, listen to all these videos that I am going to post about family members stating that other family members don't know what they're talking about. Family members also stating what they know about the situation. And also pieces and bits of this mystery about Alexis Patterson. Hopefully one day they find this beautiful young lady alive. The teachers had nothing but good things to say about her, and we know she had a bright, beautiful smile. You guys, let's pray for this family and everything. But listen to these sad videos and also the video of a young lady coming forward stating that she's now Alexis. This has happened before. A young lady by the name of Lisa Miller. But forensics say that she is not Alexis Patterson. But the mother still believe that this Lisa young lady is Alexis. You guys, listen to this story.
Missing girl in Milwaukee now charged with beating an 8-month-old nearly to death. The father of Alexis Patterson is sitting in jail right now for the disturbing allegations.
Cody Holyoke has the criminal complaint in hand, and he joins us now from the Milwaukee County Courthouse. Cody.
Charles, Carol, good afternoon. Kenya Campbell garnered a lot of attention over the last 11 years, the ongoing search for his daughter, Alexis Patterson. Now he is in jail. Jailers are keeping an eye on him after prosecutors maintain he beat a young girl within an inch of her life. Campbell lives with his mother and an 8.5-month-old girl, presumably his daughter. He is legally responsible for her care, according to the complaint. Campbell's mom, the girl's grandmother, told police Kenya ran in one morning and said the baby fell and split her lip. According to doctors, the injuries were much more severe. The girl had a broken jaw and rib, a broken neck, lacerated liver, even bruises throughout her body. Doctors were amazed the girl survived and believe the injuries are from what they believe is a violent, massive assault. Now, no word today on the baby's condition. It should be noted that Kenya Campbell, according to prosecutors, went to work after telling his mother that the baby had fallen. Now he's behind bars where he could spend the rest of his life if he's convicted. The man faces a bevy of child abuse charges. Live in downtown Milwaukee, Cody Holyoke, today's TMJ4.
Well, certainly a horrendous situation. Now, let me ask you, though, Cody, a question that maybe a lot of viewers are thinking right now. Given the allegations against Campbell, what do we know about the case with Alexis and where he was? I'm told at that point, when she disappeared, he was not a suspect.
And from what we can tell from Milwaukee police, that still remains true, Charles. There's no indication that Mr. Campbell had anything to do with Alexis's disappearance.
Such a horrific discovery today. Thank you very much, Cody. More breaking news now. And 7-year-old Alexis Patterson, we might mention, went missing back in 2002. Her stepdad walked her to school at Highmount Elementary. That is the last time anyone saw her, and again, no one has ever been arrested or charged with her disappearance.
To my mom, not the articles, not what the news says, not what you heard from your cousin down the street, not what you heard from one of my fake cousins who wanted to be my cousin. y'all would know. Like, if y'all pay attention, my mama been told what happened, what she feel. Mama been said where she feel like her daughter is, where she is. Mama been said everything. Literally.
Me personally, a lot of stuff don't add up. And sometimes it looks like the mother is withholding information. Also, the young lady that's saying that she could be Alexis, if you are not, honey, I suggest you go somewhere and get the help you need, because we are trying to find out where Alexis is. She don't deserve. People keep bringing up her case, and quite frankly, y'all playing. If you are not mentally ill, you need to get a evaluation, because this is not funny. Someone's child is missing, and you are all on the internet claiming that you are that missing child. You guys, let's just listen to this story. Like, it just bothers me that this is happening.
Ayanna, girl, y'all know her, the stuff the light skin girl, cause she wanted me to talk about an article she sent me too. I was gonna talk about that today. Basically, all I'm saying is, if y'all was talking to my mom and not the news and not all everybody assumptions and shit, y'all would know too. Y'all just be fake tuned in. Y'all only be tuned in when some shit pop off, or when the motherfucker wanna make a sense with my sister, then y'all be tuned in, but y'all don't really be tuned in for real. Mama bitch said, yeah, tag her, so when she come on here, then I could talk about that. But Mama been said everything that she feel like happened. Mama did her own research on my sister. My mama, fuck these fake ass kids, bro, for real. Everybody wanna be our cousin, but you not my cousin. But like I said, Mama bitch said everything. Y'all know, when you on here comment, and then the girl who posted it, my big sister Shapri, I don't even know what she was talking about. She don't even know what she's talking about. She was not there the day my sister came missing. It was my brother Yanni, my dad, and my mom. She was not even there. She be doing her own fake research. She be talking about she think all type of her, and she don't know nothing because she not really fucked with. Like, we ain't no bad blood, but she not really fucked with enough to even know anything.
Now, I think she's talking about another girl that's on TikTok stating stuff that she remember when they was little, but that is not Alexis' blood sister. That's her blood sister because they share the same father.
But these are one club. They do. They do. They all do. Then the girl reaching, talk about some Alexis' blood sister. Is I talking about her? Talking about Alexis' blood sister. That's not even her blood sister. Mom only got 3 daughters for her. Me, Alexis, and Betty. So how is that her blood sister? Like I said, y'all don't be talking to my mom. Y'all be trying to think she got something to do with it, or too busy trying to laugh at what she do. But like I said yesterday, listen to exactly what the fuck she's saying. Listen to the songs y'all making fun of and shit. Listen to it. Mama Ben said what it is. And I ain't stressed out. I don't care. I'm not stressed. You see what I'm doing? I'm never stressed. I'm the type of person, I don't be caring about stuff. Like, I don't be stressed out or nothing. Like, I don't really care. I just address stuff more than other people. But like I said, my mama been said what she felt, that Lisa Miller is her daughter. Mama been said that, who lived in my stuff? Like, you know, it's just there. Thank you. But Mama been said everything Oh, okay, so the article. Back to the article. If anybody knows, y'all probably don't know, but my dad was in a lot of stuff. He was in a lot of stuff with drugs and bad people, and my daddy robbed a bank, and the police officer was killed. So Mom, I feel like that have a lot to do with my sister's investigation, why they haven't found her, why they didn't go to Ohio themselves and look for the DNA, get the DNA from her and let her send one, everything, because they didn't in on it too. Because my dad was involved, my dad killed the police, he wasn't involved, he's the one who killed them, but somebody else took the rap for it. Yeah, like, so that have a lot to do with the police saying and all of that, because my dad killed a police officer before my sister came missing. So of course, anything with him, they're gonna try to, do what they do. And everybody be thinking they just know some shit and don't know nothing. Then talk about we know stuff, we do know stuff. You think my sister been gone for 22 years and we don't know nothing? And we haven't tried to figure out information? Of course we did. Why wouldn't we? If y'all daughter come up missing, y'all gonna know shit after 22 years too. Y'all gonna know stuff. Y'all had to go and did y'all research on where y'all child is and thinking back to who you been around and who could have had a motive. You gonna be thinking that shit too. Like, y'all be acting slow. Like y'all can't comprehend shit. Hey, Rihanna. Yeah, like, exactly. If y'all kids missing after 22 years, y'all not gonna find out information. Y'all not gonna end up knowing nothing. If y'all don't find shit out about y'all kid after y'all kid been missing for 22 years, y'all don't love y'all kid because y'all wasn't looking for no information. Y'all wasn't backtracking. Y'all wasn't seeing who y'all was talking to. Y'all wasn't seeing who y'all been around. Y'all not gonna try to think about who y'all interacted with. If y'all don't come up with no information after 22 years, you wasn't trying. What is y'all talking about? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If y'all kids missing for 22 years and y'all don't have the information, y'all wasn't trying. Just look at somebody else. Exactly. And then y'all keep talking about this DNA.
I know they want me so bad. That's the police came through. They didn't say nothing. But I did meet a neighbor. I actually met a neighbor's dog. Something told me to, get a little closer. And as I get closer, he tell the dog, I didn't even see the dog. He tell the dog to, calm down. They're like, hey. I'm like, hey. They over there. I'm like, hey. Do you remember me? He said, you look familiar. I'm like, I'm Alexis P. He like, oh, we found you. Now you got the police coming through. Then he said the dog is a wizard. I got the speaking in tongues. That dog is not a wizard. The dog got the spinning. He said, good spells, good spells. God had me speak in tongues just but for a moment. Let that dog know, hey, baby, you know where home at. It's not a joke. I said, you remember me? He said, you look familiar. I said, Alexis Patterson. He said, oh, we found you. Y'all never lost me. Let me be who I think I am. It's a problem. And it's nothing I can solve. Because obviously the police want to kill me behind it. They don't want to DNA test me. I see Ayanna. She don't disregard nothing I'm saying. Because she too busy focused on how she wanted to give me them crystals to put a spell on me. Baby, them crystals is where they at. I'm going to go see if they still there where I left them at. Y'all can't touch me. Y'all been trying to touch me since I was a little girl. Make it make sense. And like I said, either I'm her or she's trying to help me help her. Either way, it won't leave me alone. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. I'm not nothing. The fuck? I may have epilepsy. Yes. It can cause anxiety and all that. This is why I stay to myself. This is why I worship, praise, go into peace. It is peace that surpasses all understanding, all everything. The Lord has peace. God literally beforehand made it to where he will be able to appear in human form to walk this earth.
Y'all, in my opinion, this young lady is not Alexis Patterson. And if she's not, OMG, like, this is really sad that people are coming forward saying that she's or they are Alexis and not. Y'all, this is just a weird story altogether. And Alexis is still not found. The Lisa Miller young lady, I wonder would she be willing to get a DNA test between Ayanna and her and not go through law enforcement, because for some reason Alexis' mother think that the police is not searching for her or doing their job because her stepdad was involved in a lot of criminal things, and one was involved in killing a cop. Now, he didn't kill the cop. An actual accomplice with him did. But she just feel like the police is not doing their best in finding her daughter. And she do believe that Alexis Patterson is still alive. You guys, pray for her mother, pray for her family, and pray for the young lady that is now coming forward all on social media, making it viral, that she's Alexis. We don't know the truth. And quite frankly, we just need a DNA to like stop all of these allegedly situations. You guys, this is so sad.
Hornbeck, young people who went missing, kidnapped, but eventually found alive, sometimes years later.
That made us wonder about a little girl who seemingly vanished from Milwaukee, Alexis Patterson. New at 10, Joyce Garbasiak has been looking into her case and joins us now.
When you see it, you likely remember. This picture of Alexis dominated the news for weeks as hundreds of people searched for the little girl. And now, more than 7 years later, her absence continues to haunt one woman in particular.
Now, these are some of my grandkids right here.
As a grandmother, Linda Campbell knows all about pride.
This is Shayla right here. She's our little basketball player.
She also knows about heartache.
Just what happened to the baby, what happened to her.
Campbell wonders about Alexis Patterson.
To be 7 years old and just to disappear like that, it just didn't add up.
She doesn't know the little girl nor her family. She just knows what happened to Alexis has left a void in her.
She's not a part of my family, but she's a part of all our families because she's just a kid.
The odyssey began Friday, May 3rd, 2002, when Alexis, then a 7-year-old first grader, never made it to school. Her stepfather, Laron Bourgeois, told 12 News that night that he had walked Alexis to Highmount School that morning, about half a block from their home, and left her on the playground.
There's just a lot of people outside playing, so I don't see how anyone could abduct her.
Her mother, Ayanna, pleaded for her return.
Mommy wants you home. I want my baby.
So that meant we came from 60th all the way down to 35th and went over to Center Street.
Neighbors and law enforcement began to search from the ground, water, and air.
Just really searching for her because everybody misses her.
They posted ribbons,
Soon and very soon.
held vigils, but the days turned into months, and the months dragged into years, with no trace of the little girl. Today, age progression photos show 14-year-old Alexis would look like this, and it's those pictures that bring tears to her father's eyes.
She was a real sweet child.
Kenya Campbell is Alexis's father. As he was when she went missing 7 years ago, he today remains an inmate. He says he believes his daughter is alive.
I can't come to grasp with thinking that my daughter's no longer here, even though it has been 7 long years.
Campbell believes Alexis was taken by someone who had a beef with her stepfather. Over what?
Let's just say my daughter got caught up in some grown folks' business, something that didn't have nothing to do with her.
While Campbell has his theories, none have been proven. The stepfather, Laron Bourgeois, had his own court date last week.
He's a drug user, a very, very significant drug user.
His lawyer said Bourgeois' drug habit worsened because of stress surrounding Alexis.
Because of his stepdaughter going missing, he is constantly barraged with questions.
Early into Alexis's disappearance, police questioned both Bourgeois and Alexis's mother. Last week, he tearfully told the court,
I've been hurt for the last 7 years.
12 News was told Bourgeois didn't want to talk about Alexis. Bourgeois has been divorced from Alexis's mother since 2005. Ayanna Patterson didn't want to go on camera, but she told 12 News, "It's killing me that I don't have my child. When I'm on the news, it breaks me down. It's so painful to me and my other children. It's hard for me." She said she appreciates that Alexis's picture will be shown again, hoping it generates some clues.
To be frank, there hasn't been any real solid leads in the last year or two.
While the case is cold, prosecutor Mark Williams denies that officials have given up.
That's not true. I know firsthand there are police officers out there that are looking for her. And any lead that we ever get, we follow up intensely on.
This is as puzzling a situation as I've seen in my 31 years in law enforcement.
Sheriff David Clark believes, unlike J.C. Dugard and Elizabeth Smart, Alexis Patterson won't be found alive.
My gut just tells me that that won't be the case. I think the only way this thing is going to be solved is somebody that knows something about this gives it up.
Linda Campbell is left to wonder and to hope that those involved eventually do the right thing.
Somebody out there has to know something, Joyce. Somebody has to know something about this.
Now, after our interview, Alexis's father sent a letter from prison telling me Milwaukee police took a DNA sample from him this past May. He says he hasn't heard anything since. MPD, for its part, would not provide anyone to speak on camera. A spokeswoman said they do continue, Kathy, to investigate every lead.
Yeah, and I do remember something about a John Doe, a secret investigation going on in this case.
You're right. Chief Judge Jeff Kramers confirmed for 12 News that a John Doe investigation began in 2003 and is ongoing today. A John Doe is a closed, secret proceeding designed to gather information. Judge Kramers wouldn't say anything about what has been learned so far. It's kind of remarkable that confirmation existed that it was proceeding.
Yeah, well, they're still on the case.
Guys, stay safe and stay easy out there. Make sure you are aware of your surroundings. This beautiful young lady has been missing for so many years, and it just keep getting brought back up over and over again, as it should. Hopefully one day Alexis be found alive. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to this channel. We would love to have you over here. Help me get to my 5,000 subscribers. Peace.